Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Hey, geeks and gamers, nerds and players, what about those naughty dogs? What about those naughty puppies striking down YouTube channels? Let's see what Mr. EU Muscles has to say. Is his video going to be entertainment? I don't know. This is the first time we reacted to Mr. EU Noodles now. Quarantine has turned the muscles into noodles.
This is the first time I've ever watched a Mr. EU Noodles video in general. I've never watched his channel before.
He's gone full Jeremy. He's been pumping out Last of Us Part 2 videos like crazy. I'll tell you what, I would beyond. Actually, this video just popped into my notifications because I'm still subscribed to Mr. EU Noodles. But I was actually contemplating doing a video about Last of Us 2 is like breaking sales records. All this has helped them. Yes. So all this controversy is actually helping it sell faster. People want to see for themselves. So, this is what they're part of the problem. They're not solving anything. Although I'm kind of wavering on my stance on The Last of Us Part 2. I think the story, it would be good for a story, but if you're a fan of a game, if you're a fan of a character in a game, and this stuff happens, spoilers, I'd be disappointed too if I was that attached to the character. So I understand.
Yeah, I've never played The Last of Us, so like I don't have that same attachment, but so I know what people are upset about, and I'm not really sure what to think about the whole controversy when it comes to the game.
The problem I have with the internet right now is that they spread leaks with no regard, if you're not, especially if it's a progressive or woke storyline. There's like it's woke, spread that shit everywhere. It doesn't matter. People they don't have no regard for people's hard work, even because they disagree with the politics. That's a hard. It's complicated. I will play the game eventually. I've seen clips though, and if I had my hand on the controller, I would also not want to be playing certain parts of the game. But let's get to his reaction. The reason I wanted to react to Mr. EU Noodles is he says Neil Druckmann was involved in striking the Last of Us 2 videos. So unless he's doing clickbait, he has proof that the director gave the orders to strike down channels with content. But some of these channels, maybe not the videos that got taken down, but they actively spread leaks. I don't know. That's a hard subject. I don't agree with that part. Even if it's, listen, I don't like the sequel Star Wars trilogy, but I didn't spread leaks about the Rise of Skywalker. I didn't cover that at all. I didn't want to ruin it for anyone. I knew it was happening. I could have easily jumped on that bandwagon too, but I'm like, no, I don't want to spoil it for people looking for it. That's the worst thing. Spoil someone's joy that's actually enjoying the product just because you don't, that you're a miserable bastard. I'm sorry if you do that. So let's look at this miserable, but no, let's watch his video.
Yeah, we'll see what he has.
What's going on, guys? This is Ryan.
Look,
Neil Druckmann is finally out.
He's even wearing the T-shirt.
Does he sell those T-shirts though? I gotta wait. I have seen him wear these shirts. Is this his clothing line now? Let me see. Ryan Kinnell T-shirts.
Does he sell his merchandise on Teespring? Because that's usually where these YouTubers sell all their merchandise.
Darn, I gotta bring up I gotta bring him up in a separate thing here. Ryan Kinnell, where's your T-shirts?
Oh, maybe he sells them on Geeks and Gamers website.
No, why is Ryan's World coming up? Darn it. RK Outpost. Darn it. That's what I have to put. I have to find out. I'm sorry, viewers. I got to find out if he's selling these damn T-shirts. Store. Pixelated Ryan. I don't see that. He must have just made it. Okay. All right.
I don't know. Maybe somebody else is making the T-shirts.
The Last of Us Part 2. And today I heard him say something. He admitted to something
that
I did not think we would ever hear him say. 2 months ago, when the leaks came out for The Last of Us Part 2, when we all started talking about that footage that was leaked out, so many channels that were critical of Naughty Dog, critical of Neil Druckmann and the direction of this game started getting false copyright strikes for doing nothing.
I don't agree with that, but they are a-holes. I'm sorry. I don't even know if the Leaky Peacock covered this. He loves leaks. He leaks all over the place.
I don't think he does video games though. I think he just sticks to movies and TV shows.
Okay. Someone should have let the Leaky Peacock know. All right.
Other than talking about the game, including myself, Geeks and Gamers, Gaming with Geeks, Heel vs. Babyface, Jade Shadow, Lethal Lightning, Mr. H Reviews, Just Some Guy, many more that we have talked about this channel over the recent months. My channel nearly got terminated because what Sony and Naughty Dog were doing by false copyright strikes. That is when I made this merch. Almost 2 months ago. In the pin.
He is making merch. Oh man, he's gone full chair. He's gone full pool boy. Oh, Kennel, how come you won't talk to me, bro? You know, when I went on your channel when it was man, you passed me the hell up. But when I went on your channel early, you said you'd come on. All right. Let's get back to
in comment below. Today, we found out that, like we had been saying, Naughty Dog was involved in this, but Neil Druckmann himself was personally involved in getting videos taken down off of YouTube. We are going to talk about that today, as well as Neil Druckmann's reaction to the leaks. This is pretty incredible that this is even happening. Now, this interview happened, The Last of Us 2 spoiler cast with Neil Druckmann, Ashley Johnson, and Troy Baker on Kind of Funny Games. So it's kind of funny how it works. If I get an
he's from IGN. He was on IGN.
I recognize that guy from that Snyder Cut video that Film Gob did. Remember he did that compilation?
Yeah.
And he was,
all right. Let's see what
early access copy of this game, and I give it nearly a perfect score, like Greg Miller for Kind of Funny Games.
Oh, he did?
Ooh, then guess what? I get to have all these people on my channel before anyone else. What a surprise that is, huh? It's almost like that's what we talk about when we talk about the access media and journalists that do this, because to get this interview, you're kind of required to give the game a good score. That's how it works. Now, we are going to be talking about spoilers in this video. If for some reason you don't know them or you still want to play this game, I wouldn't watch the rest of this video. But you can see here from this headline, from the absolute garbage tier VG 24/7, it was one of the worst days of my life. Neil Druckmann opens up on The Last of Us Part 2 leaks. And we are going to listen to Neil Druckmann's words.
Okay,
but
good.
I just wanted you to see how these disgusting games journalists phrase this. Starts up here. If you don't venture onto social media, you might be unaware that a good chunk of The Last of Us Part 2's plot leaked 2 months prior to the game's release. If you do go onto social media, you'll know. You'll know because a Twitter account with a Joker avatar tweeted pictures of Joel bleeding on the ground at you, along with some jokes about golf. While it happens to be within the first few hours.
Just so you guys know, there's going to be spoilers in here. Sorry, I didn't tell you that. Okay. Sorry, Sci-Fi. We're okay, though.
Joel's death is the thing that kicks off Ellie's revenge mission, setting up the rest of the game. It's a big, impactful moment, one that would have been best to experience for yourself.
I agree. I agree with that. Even if you don't like it, it's best to experience yourself in context of the game.
This is someone who got early access to the game as well. VG 24/7, a garbage tier outlet that puts out fake news all of the time. What an absolute shock.
Well, if he's calling out them for garbage tier fake news, what is Geeks and Gamers and Ryan Kennel in Leaky Peacock? What do they do? They do fake news.
I guess they do real news according to him.
No, and they spread leaks. That's why you're black. Hey, or should they be blacklisted? Should their channels be taken down? No. their channel shouldn't be taken down. I don't agree with that. All right, let's. I'm looking forward to hearing Neil Druckmann's own words. Get to the point, EU Noodles.
Then they
He's just
reference
padding out the
video here
runtime.
and what Neil Druckmann says. Again, I wanted you to listen to Neil Druckmann's words.
Good.
If you don't know, if this is the first video you're watching, Neil Druckmann is the director of The Last of Us Part 2.
No, his name's Ryan Johnson. He's called Ryan Johnson. All right.
Co-writer.
I guess that's the argument.
And he's on Greg Miller's podcast, like we said. Let's hear the question he's asked and what he says. We're going to discuss this.
Like, how long for all of you did it take to get not over it, I guess comfortable with it, to understand
about
that it
the
wasn't
leaks.
the end of the world?
Thanks
it
for the
wasn't
context,
like,
Kinnell.
the game's ruined kind of thing? Or am I projecting? Like, do you understand what I mean? Like, Neil, where do you come down on that?
It was one of the worst days of my life when that leak happened, because it's like I saw it happening in real time. Like I saw when it hit YouTube, and
I saw it happen in real time. I saw it hit YouTube.
He saw your
Listen
channel.
very carefully what he says. And, the entire time when we are complaining about our false copyright strikes, about my channel almost getting terminated because of false copyright strikes, we said,
you know what? In context. All right. Hold on. I'm removing Kinnell for the second here. In context, one YouTube video, it's not right what they did, but years worth of work being spoiled. It's not the same thing, Kinnell. Our YouTube channels, our career, you would have got your channels back. Our revenue. Oh, F Naughty Dog. Oh yes, I've had channels taken down too. I've had all the issues with YouTube. I don't whine about it. I'm like, crap. Oh crap.
Luckily for me, I've never had a channel taken down.
No, I haven't had a channel taken down, but I've had problems with videos, copyright claims, false copyright claims, all kinds of stuff, and I just I'll move on, or I make it. I delete the video or whatever. Man, are they such whiners? He lost his muscles, and he's a big whiner now.
Yeah, he doesn't even look like he has that much muscle.
No, he's giving it up. He's going full Geeks and Gamers. This is what happens. Listen, I need to get in the gym myself though. All right.
Yeah, we all
Naughty
do.
Dog. If you're like, oh,
all right. Oh shoot.
they don't know. Naughty Dog has no idea.
Oh,
just all panicking, texting each other for them to take it down. And there's a lag, so it takes an hour to take it down.
Sure.
We were all panicking and texting each other, trying to get it taken down, but there's a lag. It takes almost an hour. Now, of course, he's talking about most of the raw footage that went up there.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, man. Talk about fake news, Kinnell. Yeah, he's talking about the leaks of the actual pictures. Was involved in striking the... Yes, they have every right to take those down. You're reaching here, Kinnell. You're reaching, saying that he's involved in making you lose money. This is how entitled the pool boy and the noodles are. You see this? We're watching this in real time, sci-fi.
Yeah,
you see how entitled they are? You're just a YouTuber. You have your right to make money. But this is someone's art and work and career for three plus years to make this game. I'm not defending the game anymore. Hey, if the game's bad, the game's bad. If it makes you feel a certain way, it makes you feel a certain way. If it does wrong for the characters, that's your right to be outraged. But to spread,
I know Lantern 2814 is a huge fan of this game, and he's pretty much defending it with everything he's got. Like he's going after all the haters.
Oh, really?
But yeah,
for the second one. Okay.
Yeah,
I'd like to.
He's already done a video on Young Rippa. Have you ever heard of him? He used to be with the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, he does anti-SJW content constantly. It's the easiest way to make money on YouTube. It really is.
Yeah.
You just say the right buzzwords, you get lots of views and engagement. I know it. I'm not saying I did it. I've done it a little bit in the past, and I was like, I can't go this way.
Yeah. I mean, we both done it.
Yeah. But wow, an entitled a-hole breaching, talking about garbage tier. involved in striking. He's set up the title so it acts like he was involved in actually taking the leaks down that were people that were actively leaking the real content. Did they go across the line? Of course they did. That doesn't mean he was involved in that part. All right.
YouTube initially. That's what he's talking about. But listen, he literally says that he was involved in the conversation. Neil Druckmann,
listen. Put the shoe on the other foot. If Geeks and Gamers website exclusive content leaked, would Jeremy or Kendall be like, get that taken down? Yeah. If that was their product and it got leaked where they are not allowed, they would like get that taken down. Anyone that's a property owner to link him to the false copyright claims, that's a stretch. He said, "Oh, you have to wait an hour. You have to wait an hour." So you have to examine everything here. Let's
I
see
mean,
how
he's trying to make it sound like Neil Druckmann, like straight out commanded people on Twitter.
Yeah, that
to
Jeremy
take
from
down
Geeks.
channels.
Yeah, no. He wants the leaks to be taken down. Which, yes, anyone that creates an art and it gets leaked, you'd want it taken down too. Believe me.
With probably the heads of Naughty Dog and Sony and others talking about getting these videos taken down. Let's listen to it again.
With the leaks, Ryan, with the leaks, they're talking. The context of this conversation is the leaks. When the leaks happened, okay? We all know the chaos, the circus that happened afterwards.
Real time. Like I saw when it hit YouTube. And we're just all panicking, texting each other for them to take it down. And, there's a lag, so it takes like an hour to take it down. Sure. And it had like hundreds, maybe 1,000 views before it got all taken down. And then you just sit there and you're like, your fucking heart sinks. And you're like, it's out there. It's only a matter of time before it blows up. And you're just waiting. And it's like a few hours later, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's true.
The power of the fandom menace. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm not saying everyone in the fandom menace shares leaks, but you ask why do you blockchain groups? I've had tons of stuff spoiled for me from following fandom menacers on Twitter. They don't care. They like F you, F Ryan Johnson, F Neil Druckmann, F Naughty Dog. Here, spoilers. Do not know without warning. Without warning.
I don't even really follow anybody in the fandom menace on Twitter.
You're lucky. All right.
A few hours later, it was everywhere. But you know what the problem was? The biggest problem with this entire thing, like for me, myself, I probably would have made 1 or 2 videos.
No. He's so full of shit here. You're full of it. Man, you're piling up in that corner, Kendall. I would have probably made 1 or 2. No. You've gone full pool boy. Your content, you've Naughty Dog. Last of Us Part 2 is your Brie Larson, Kendall. We all know it. We all know it. I probably okay.
About the leaks. That's not what my channel was necessarily about.
Necessarily, he's given himself an out there just in case he would have. Okay, it's not necessary. I maybe would have.
I talk about Star Wars a lot. I talk about comic books. But then what did you do? You false copyright struck everything. They're going to talk about trying to control the narrative and controlling the story and protecting the story so much later. And you're going to realize why they did this, why they took the illegal actions to illegally file these copyright strikes.
Okay. The company they used overreached. That doesn't mean he directly was involved in saying take everything down. They panicked. They panicked and they overstepped, definitely. But you're trying to link him to that by saying when it leaked, we tried to get that taken down, which any company would. Yes. All right. Against
YouTubers, against people on Twitter for simply posting memes. that you have no
YouTubers and memes. If you cross
Yeah.
YouTubers and you criticize memes, you're done on the internet. This is their
Oh
life.
yeah,
This is their life.
especially like the Fandom Menace and all those other
Okay.
anti-SJW groups.
Oh,
They love their memes.
you've cost a YouTuber one video of revenue. Oh my God, the world is ending.
legal right to. Naughty Dog was involved in this. Neil Druckmann has just told you how involved he was in getting the first one taken down. Let's continue to listen on.
God,
hate on every social media you're on, and soon that turns into death threats and anti-Semitic remarks and like just craziness I could have never anticipated. I knew people would get upset at a character they love dying. I never thought it would reach this kind of hate. I don't know how to describe it. Even frustration. I'm not sure.
So we knew it would. We knew people would hate it. We just didn't know they would hate it this much. You did know it would be divisive. You talked about that over and over again.
Okay. Kendall has a point there. Yeah, he knew it would be divisive. Yeah. He knew it would be divisive. But the other thing that's happening besides the personal agenda for progressive storylines, SJW characters by Mr. Neil Druckmann, is they are making this a franchise for HBO too. And I had an article pulled up. I'm not going to read it here. We're just going to keep reacting on Game Rant. The Last of Us 2 praised by HBO series producer. They are very happy with the twists. This might be next level of how games get made into other mediums like TV series, bringing these shock moments. This is very reminiscent of Walking Dead. What happens to characters in Walking Dead? You don't always see it. You don't always see it coming. As a gamer, I understand you'd be disappointed. As if you're looking for story, yes, this might be. I don't know. That's another discussion. Let's just continue. But if you're focusing on story first and gameplay later, or I don't know. I'm still torn on this.
Yeah.
I'm still torn on this.
It's sort of like a Game of Thrones type of thing too.
Yeah.
It here. But yeah, it's almost like people care about this character. And when they see that, they hated it. And guess what? When people got all of the context, they hated it even more. It's not like just because they saw it out of context, we hate it. When people go into this, they're like, well, I want to give it a shot still. And then they see it happen, they hate it even more. When people that are blind go into this, you see it all the time, streaming on Twitch, streaming on YouTube. People that are doing this blind, they hate it.
I mean, for me, I would say
mic drop from Kendall.
Volume. I think that the struggle that happened, right? And I think it would be, there's a million reasons I'd love to do this and have this ability, but to peer into the other multiverse where it didn't leak, I think it would be so fascinating to see what happens as it happens in
real time
context, right? Because there would definitely still be these people who are angry about it, but there'd be so many people right there going like, "Oh my God, it was powerful," and you'd be able to talk each other down.
Yeah,
there are those people. We are literally in live time watching people that weren't exposed to the leaks play it, and they hate it.
We've never shied away, right?
Not everyone, Kendall. Not everyone.
Yeah, I mean, Lantern thinks it's a masterpiece.
Well, I mean, some really are running a great story. Those that focus on story first and take set aside being super fans of characters and franchises are really liking the story.
Yeah.
I've seen clips of the gameplay and oh shoot, what did I do? All right, sorry. I've seen clips of the
I don't know.
I've seen clips of the gameplay and I would be disappointed at what I would have to do in the game myself. I'm going to be truthful. I'm not happy. I don't know. I actually want to watch the movie, the full cinematic movie if it's released somewhere, and I'll wait to buy the game.
From the fact that we said there's going to be fans of the first game that don't like this game, and this is the reason why, because we killed Joel in this fashion. So we knew that going in,
Yes, you're right, Neil Druckmann. It's not just the fact that you killed him. It's in the fashion that you kill him. It's almost like you knew what you were doing.
The thing that was hard to see is then people kind of like dug their heels in the sand and took this position, be like, I already hate this game. No amount of context is going to change it for me.
That's true.
Their ego's getting wrapped in it.
I think that's a problem. I think that's a problem with the internet. Once it's trending to hate, you have to jump over hurdles to actually like something. Once the internet's decided, that's the problem with the internet right now. Once there's a consensus of hating things or product, it becomes like an insurmountable task just to like something, or in the public sphere to say I like this.
Like it took a long time for the prequels to become like accepted to like, you know.
Yeah.
Or even like the Dark Knight Rises to some extent.
I guess it's just an outcome of the prevalence of social media. Trend think. People can't think for themselves. They look for influencers like Kennel, like the Pool Boy. They didn't like it. I don't like it. All right. Let's finish this reaction.
I could just tell certain people they're never coming back. Like, we're not going to get them back. But also, I guess to answer your earlier question, is like, one is like we saw, okay, the scene works. On one level, it's like it's like it did what it meant to do. It's like now we have to wait until they see the rest of it to see if the rest of it works.
It did work. It was definitely divisive. Just like you said, you wanted something that divided the fan base, just like what Ryan Johnson said.
Oh!
And then we end up getting The Last Jedi. And now we get The Last Jedi
just said
of us.
Be divisive.
But at some point, it's and it took a few days, you just realize, okay, the worst happened. The worst way that this game could be presented already happened. Like our worst fear. Because we did so much to try to protect the story, right? Including putting fake shots in trailers and swapping skins on characters.
Whoa!
And there you go. We've said it all along. The false advertising, the false marketing that went into this. It was very deliberate. Neil Druckmann is open about this. How they tried to fool everyone. Because guess what? No one would have bought this game if you had told us it was about.
Okay, now on actually, this is breaking news here. Sci-fi, him admitting that on a stream, he could actually have a class action lawsuit because they actively altered trailers to promote a game. It's false advertising. I mean, movie companies get away with this too, but only for so long. If a product is this much hated afterwards, and they actively change trailers around to entice you to buy, and that's not the end result, including story points, there is a strong case for a class action lawsuit against Naughty Dog for this game, especially with their return policy. So that right there is a very revealing moment. Yes, I might cover that in a separate video. Sci-fi. That was the most out of this clip. I felt bad for Neil, even though I don't like his point of view necessarily of dividing fans and everything. But that moment, I don't really like that either. But that moment right there was very revealing and could put Naughty Dog in hot water if they actively changed trailers to get people to buy, and that's not to trick people, because that's not how this, just to get that shocking moment. You do it within the context of your game. Don't use false advertising.
Yeah, or just hide it. Just show other footage, but not that moment.
Right. Do better with your trailer and what you want to reveal, what you don't want to reveal. You don't use false trailers, false story points that are not in the game to sell a product that does not resemble the end product to the consumer. And I actually think people, if that's true, if there's proof that they've done that, which he's admitting here, they could be up for a lawsuit.
Ellie and Abby, and that Joel would literally almost not have a part in it at all. Would you? That's why you didn't show any gameplay with Abby. That's why you lied to the fans and said that Ellie was the only playable character in this game. You have lied and misled and deceived, and then you're shocked when people are upset? Are you kidding me?
Okay.
There's a recording of this
Ken-
line with Troy.
Hey, Kendall's got a point there. He's pissed as hell. He's gone full Batman there. For that part, I definitely agree with him.
You sons of bitches. I came back from that preview event. I'm like, they're like, no, I think no, he's gonna die. I'm like, he's not gonna die. I just saw him. He grabbed me. He grabbed Ellie. I mean, he's fine.
Now, what Greg Miller is talking about, he's talking about a demo version that they let, all of the people, all this access to go and play the game. They had a version at which Joel did not die. They had Joel in the game at a place that was basically halfway point of the game, right? To trick them, to trick people on your demo.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
It was that moment because of that. And when I saw Jesse, I was like, the girl. That was an amazing moment. It was an amazing moment.
Yeah, you tricked
Well, I mean, that
me.
was the thing for me of having the
amazing.
game quote unquote ruined, right? Where like I didn't investigate, I didn't go watch it and do it, but obviously the internet takes care of that for you. And so having seen the Joel screenshot sent to me and the Ellie screenshot sent to me of him or of her at his gravestone, I was like, oh my God, that's how the game ends. And so when we start playing as Abby and we run into Joel and Tommy, I was like, oh my God, is this whole game gonna go and we're gonna be Abby's gonna be with us and in the group and think she's totally cool, and then the last second, and then it was like when we get the moment of like y'all all looking at us, you're all looking at us like you've heard of us or something, and that's because they have. And she shoots him. I was like, holy shit! And it was the demo that I had played that was still hours from now in Hillcrest, right? Like that does end with me meeting Joel, but that wasn't real. And so it totally, even with me having it spoiled for me, wasn't spoiled and still caught me off guard and still was extremely powerful.
And that's what he's talking about, that demo that they specifically altered to try to protect this story. There you have it, straight from Neil Druckmann. I did not think that we would be getting from Neil Druckmann an admission that not only how involved Naughty Dog was in getting videos taken down, in striking down videos, that it wasn't just Sony interacting with this third party, that it was Naughty Dog specifically, but also that he was involved. He was on the phone trying to get these videos taken down. A lot of people say, wow, you got these F Naughty Dog shirts out quick. I've had them out for 2 months because of what Naughty Dog and Neil Druckmann did to my channel for bashing their game, trying to destroy my channel and so many others with these false, illegal copyright strikes, an abuse of the DMCA system that we know were false copyright strikes, because when all of us challenged them, all of us won because Naughty Dog didn't have a leg to stand on.
I agree with him there.
That's what he admitted today in this interview with Greg Miller, who gave it a perfect score so we could do this interview. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Make sure you smash a like button, subscribe to the channel,
I'll smash.
ring the bell notification, share this video out there, and I will talk to you later.
All right. Thank you, patrons.
Patrons.
All right. Well, we got to diagnose his hot take. Is he right? I think
this is a tough one.
Well, linking the title of his video was linking to false copyright claims. That's different. The actual copyright claims where they shared leaked material, that's what Neil Druckmann admitted to. Now, the other stuff that happened later on in the video, I absolutely think Ryan had a hot take on, but it wasn't the whole video, so we can't give him a whole hot take. It's above average take.
Yeah,
for Mr.
Yeah, it's
Kennel.
above average.
Yeah, because the stuff that they did lied to people. You can't lie to your consumer. You surprise them in the game or in the trailer. I'm trying to think if The Last Jedi had false scenes in the trailer. I don't think so. I think The Last Jedi even said,
I know that,
this is not going to go the way you think.
Yeah, I know that the MCU likes to do a lot of false trailers. Like, remember for the trailers for Infinity War, they had those like fake scenes and they had characters
like
who weren't. Yeah.
Yeah, see, they get away with it. They really shouldn't do that either, honestly. They get away with it because of the overwhelming positivity that the fans accept the MCU movies. But when someone doesn't like the product, I mean, in reality, even Marvel, Disney, and MCU should not be doing false trailers with clips that don't exist in the end product. So that was an interesting take. I kind of think there's a lawsuit that could come of this. especially since it's part of the reason also the spin that they're getting is that all these game shops put out these messages in their stores. Our return policy has changed. Is it coincidence that it comes out right when The Last of Us 2 comes out? No, I don't think it's coincidence, but it's all together accepting return games after you open them, because of the medical pandemic has something to do with it. I'm sure The Last of Us 2, the amount of sales they had for that game and knowing how divisive it would be, just check the internet. Yeah, there's a reason they put it out at that time. Interesting topic. I hope to have Movie Madness back tomorrow, Sci-Fi, and we got to do something. Yeah, we got to do something else for your channel for you help me out so much on mine, even though you've gone all fuzzy. Oh no, Sci-Fi, we better end it. Better end it soon. You're going all fuzzy. Okay. I actually would have liked you on my earlier topic too, because it was talking about DC fandom.
Yeah.
And if the air cut is going to be announced at that time. So I just released that video.
Well, I just barely started watching it before we started recording this video.
Okay. Well, this was fun. Thanks a lot. And we're going to end it.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow, or see you later tonight, actually. I got to get to bed. Oh, God. Bye.
Yeah.